What's going on, everybody? How you doing? My name is Dr. Sami Baya. Please welcome back to my YouTube channel. The Covert Narcissistic Mother. That is the title of this video. Covert narcissists tend to hide their true selves behind a mask of niceness, of being good. Now, covert narcissists do this to manipulate those around them into giving them what they want. And the covert narcissist is a very good example of this covert narcissist. It is very difficult to know what is going on in the mind of a covert narcissist. So how do you know a covert narcissistic mother? Number one, she will play one sibling against another if it suits her purposes. The covert narcissistic mother will triangulate her children. She will create conflict between the kids. She will always try to play favorites with one child against the other. Probably maybe praise one child and criticize the other. So they will do this to maintain control over those kids. The covert narcissist will always tell everybody that they love their children equally. But observe their actions, observe their patterns. They speak differently. They give a different story. The second thing that the covert narcissistic mother does, an indicator or a sign of a covert narcissistic mother, is that she will do the silent treatment on her children. If she's unhappy with her kids, if she feels she cannot control her children, she will treat them with silence. She will give them the silent treatment. Now, that silence is communication. That silence is punishment. It is meant to teach those children a lesson. It is meant to control the children. It is meant to play mind games with the children, to make them second guess what they've done wrong. What could they have not done right? Another way the covert narcissistic mother controls her children is through the passive aggression technique. Now, she plays hot and cold. She's passive and she's aggressive. She keeps the children second guessing what's happening, what is going on, and all that is meant to control the kids. The other strategy the covert narcissistic mother does on her children is to guilt trip them. Nobody is better at making you feel guilty than the covert narcissistic mother. The covert narcissistic mother is an expert at making her kids guilty. She will make sure that you show remorse. She'll make sure that you say sorry, you apologize for mistakes or for things you even didn't do. They will play the victim. They will provoke the kids, or they will evoke feelings of guilt in children for one reason or the other, so that they can control them. So, guilt tripping is one of the master cards of a covert narcissistic mother. The other thing about covert narcissistic mother, they must win at any cost. They must win no matter what. They must take credit for everything. Things go well, they take the credit. Things go bad, they don't take the credit. They even compete with their own children. They compete. A covert narcissistic mother will compete with her own daughter. She has to be smarter than the daughter. Maybe. She feels she should be more beautiful than the daughter. And if not, she will do everything to make sure the daughter is down. And of course, like many other narcissists, the covert narcissistic mother is also entitled. And she will do everything through manipulation to be special, to be more important than others, to get special treatment. She will always play the victim instead of taking the responsibility of a mistake or being accountable. The other thing about covert narcissistic mother, they blame. They are always blame shifting. They'll blame their children for anything. Things go wrong, they blame their children. In short, they'll never be accountable. They'll never be responsible for things going wrong. Things that it is their mistake. They will not take responsibility. Again, they lack empathy, the covert narcissistic mother, or they have low empathy. A covert narcissistic mother will also manipulate through minimizing. They minimize their needs, or they minimize needs of their children. The child will talk about their needs, but the mother will minimize. The child child may be crying, but the covert narcissist mother may ignore that crying child and say that that's nothing. But not all narcissistic mothers will do this, but covert narcissistic mothers are good at minimizing. Again, the covert narcissistic mother may manipulate through being excessively helpful. They do that to manipulate, to control, to get some praise, to get some admiration. They do that so that they can be praised. People can clap for them. They want to be admired. That's why they are excessively helpful. In short, the covert narcissistic mother is a master manipulator, just like any other narcissist. And they are always having this competing attitude. They will compete with their children, and they will compete with their children in many forms. If the child has a problem, their problem will be bigger. If the child has accomplished something, the accomplishment will be bigger. So, covert narcissistic mothers will always exploit others. They'll exploit their own children. They will parentify their own daughter, for instance, and the daughter cannot say no. They have these high expectations with their children. They see their children as extension of themselves. Their children's behavior to them is a reflection of their own behavior. So they hold extremely high standards. And they take credit for these high standards on their children. Now, the covert narcissistic mother is one who's self-centered. It's always about them, and they will always overstep boundaries. They don't want boundaries placed on them. If you have a covert narcissistic mother, you'll always feel like she's suffocating you when she's in your life. She'll want to make decisions for you. She'll criticize how you talk, how you look, how you behave at the same time. And they're very hypersensitive to criticism. And they'll always not fulfill their promises. A covert narcissistic mother will promise heaven and earth, but they will not fulfill these promises. Most of the time, they'll break those promises. So, if you have a covert narcissistic mother, keep your distance. You can do grey rock or limited contact with them. Interact with your covert narcissistic mother only when necessary. Make sure you do some research. Make sure you do a lot of reading about covert narcissistic mothers to understand how they think, how they are, what ticks about them, so that you can be able to handle your covert narcissistic mother. Make sure you know all the signs of a covert narcissist and maintain personal boundaries when dealing with your covert narcissistic mother. You can also try to work together and see if things can work out. Give them a chance. She's your mother. So once you know your mother is a covert narcissist, then you have knowledge, and knowledge is power. In short, you have a chance of being happy. If she's a covert narcissistic mother, the best advice would be to keep your distance and maintain personal boundaries so that you don't get hurt and your mother doesn't get hurt. But there are many ways of handling things. Just make sure you take good care of yourself. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not done so.